What's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're going to be back on that Rakdos-ish, because, we can do a lot with it in Standard 2022, and I think part of that is because you can go kind of aggressive, you can play dragons, you can play planeswalkers, you can play treasure, so it kind of leaves itself open to interpretation, so to speak, so we can do a lot of different things. Here today, though, we're going to try something a little different. I had this list sitting around for a little bit. I also came across something from JRR2, who's a streamer over on Twitch, and there's enough room with enough flyers that we can go ahead and play a Rakdos Fliers deck. I know it's not really what you think of, because you normally think you want to play Azorius Flyers or Blue-White Flyers, whatever you want to call it. And that's fine, it usually makes sense, but here, for whatever reason, we happen to have enough black and red flying creatures, so that's what we're going to try today and see if it's actually viable. And they're all really cool creatures, so that's one of the reasons I wanted to do it anyway. But all that information aside, let's go take a look at this, what we're going to call Rakdos Fliers list. Alright, so the basis of this is going to be very similar to what you're going to see with a lot of Rakdos decks, right? So we're going to have Forsworn Paladin, which isn't always in a lot of the Rakdos builds. It is here because we actually like both sides of what it does. Giving small creatures the ability to kill something bigger, but also giving us the ability to generate treasure, because we are going to need all the mana in this deck for sure. Shambling Ghast, it's just a good card, right? It can be used defensively or offensively when you don't think your opponent will want to block it, but also another way to generate treasure, which is nice. Kalain, you've probably seen enough Kalain by now if you've been playing in the Standard 22 ladder. Not a surprise, this is one of the best uncommons out of Forgotten Realms, and it generates treasure when it comes into play. Just as a bonus, you're able to make your creatures bigger too. Now, the first flyer we have on the list is Nighthawk Scavenger, and I've always been a bigger supporter of this card than I think a lot of other people were. And I get it, right? It does cost double black. There's sometimes it's only going to be a 1 or 2 power because your opponent doesn't have much in the graveyard or has nothing but like one card type where that's like creatures or instants in their yard. But it allows us to do a lot of things, right? It blocks dragons, it gains life, like it's good against like mono green for coming over the top or stopping one of their big monsters. Like it just does a lot of different stuff, and it's cheap. For 3 mana, being able to set that up, your opponents are often going to want to spend removal on the Scavenger, making way for your other creatures, which is really nice. We're playing 3 Ingenious Inspiration, partly because I wanted some other damage, and we can target anything with this, which is good. So we can hit planeswalkers, we can hit creatures, we can hit the opponent. All good to have that flexibility. But being able to go into our learn board does give us a little bit of extra flexibility we may not have with this list, because we don't have a ton of card drawing action, and we want to give ourselves just a little bit of extra leeway there. Zariel, Archduke of Avernus. This is good here for kind of silly reasons. The first is when you can just make a big flyer and give your stuff haste, that's awesome, right? You've cleared the board, you get to play your next big creature, boom, get in there, game's possibly over or close to it. But even just being able to create that 1/1 devil is huge as a blocker, buying time. And then if you get to where you just get an additional attack step, well, then that's just a bonus. We probably won't hit that very often, but it's cool to just have as a possibility. Immerstern Predator, the Great Vampire Dragon. This card's just really good. Again, it's a flyer, so it's making the cut. It's damn near indestructible. I won't say it's unkillable. There's definitely things you could play. But they have to exile it in most cases. Create some bad combat situations for your opponent, and it only costs 4 mana, so very, very good for this list. Loth, we mentioned before, one of the best cards just as a whole out of Forgotten Realms. So we're playing it again here, giving us the ability to make some blockers, but just get some cheap card drawing for a couple of turns if necessary. Westgate Regents, we did have this in our, I believe it was our Golgari Vampires list like 2 weeks ago, maybe now. Played very well. I've been looking for more spots of where I can play this card because it's actually all around very good. And if you connect once, it's usually game ending after that. So really, really love what this card does. We're playing 3 Goldspan Dragons, which might be wrong. This might need to be a 4th Goldspan Dragon, but we're definitely going to play 3 here to start with. If you don't know what Goldspan is, I don't know what Magic you've been playing. Then we have Orcus, Prince of Undeath. We're playing 3 of these. This card, I went on and on a little bit about it in my set review for Forgotten Realms. By the way, if you want to see my whole set review, maybe I'll remember to put the link here. But this is one of those cards, like, it can be a sweeper, it can get things back out of the yard, it can just be a big 5/3 attacker, and it has trample, by the way. That's a big key point here as well. So lots of things going on with Orcus that are just awesome. You know, so definitely playing 3 of these. 3 may or may not be too much, we'll find out, but having 3 does give you the ability of just playing one early as a 5/3 to fight with if you really want to. As for lands, we're playing 1 Hive of the Eye Tyrant, 9 Swamp, 2 Den of the Bugbear, 8 Mountain, and 4 Blightstep Pathway. So we're not going too crazy on getting red mana. We do have 14 sources. That's just going to have to be plenty. We could play some of the snow lands, but I don't really want to do that because those come into play tapped. But yeah, this is going to be good. You know, as always, we tell you to watch the games. At the end of the games, we're going to come back and we're going to talk about what we would update in this list and what we change. And then I'll have a card spotlight for you. Oh, we do not get to go first here. I think I'm going to keep anyway, though. We really just have to draw a land, and that'll help. But in the meantime, this is all we got. That wasn't a thing we wanted to draw here, though, for sure. All right, then. Well, let's see. Are they trying to counter something or draw cards? Or neither? I was hoping we would have drawn something to entice the opponent there. I guess we'll just shoot you. Yeah. This is just, is it dragons, it looks like. Oh, they're going to divide by 0 there. Okay. Sure. I guess I'm down with that. Not that I have too much choice, but alright. Environmental Sciences, still going to leave them mana to counter with if they want it. Downside here is we're going to play Zariel, but going to be, well, won't be completely dead to Goldspan. We can +1. Alright, that's fine. Oh, they're giving us an open season here. They're going shields down. How nice of them. Okay, well, seeing as how things are what they are, opponent's opening the door a little bit. We'd be remiss to just not walk inside if they're going to leave the door open for us, you know? I don't want to do this, actually. I almost played the Shambler, but my concern is if they do have some way to remove our stuff, want to be able to follow up. Okay, well, that was it. Well, all red lands and some black cards. That obviously doesn't work. This works much better. We'll keep and we'll get rid of 1 Shambler, I think. We'll go ahead and lead with this. And just bear a Sentinel. Opponent's not going to block. Alright, have access to another mana for another Sentinel. Okay. Plan number 1 here is get to 6 mana so we can use Orcus. 6 may not even be enough. I might need to get to way more than that. Oh, they're doing this. That's not good for us. Not awful either, though, because they're giving us some mana that we need. So if we block, let the rest through. We'll make treasure. We'll make a treasure. Go to 17. Oh, well, dang it. That didn't work. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, if the opponent doesn't have another Canopy Tactician, we can Orcus next turn. Right? If they do, I don't know what, we're going to have to top deck a land. That's basically it. No, because even then that's not enough. Yeah, we'd have to top deck a land. Okay. Well, let's go with our upside play and see if this is enough. Either we're already good and we just make a treasure here and we're fine, or they play a tactician and we're in a lot of trouble. Though they could next level us in, like, I don't know, Binding of the Old Gods of Treasure or something. Let's see. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'd go to 7. Go to 6 because we'd have to make a treasure. We could also block. Actually, we might as well block because this is going to die anyway. Whenever we blow everything up. So we saved 2 points of life. 3 points, technically, there. 2 points. So yeah, that's fine. Tyvarkel. Don't put a plus on your tactician, please. Alright, well, they're going to get to keep that, unfortunately. Oh, or they're not. I was a liar. I was teasing the whole time. I knew this was going to be fine. Yeah, just -4. We're gonna give everything else. I'm at 5, so but is what it is. Oh, that was it. Woo. Alrighty. I guess we keep this. Yeah, let's go with the... I guess you almost always play Shambler first if you have these two both in hand. I can't think of many reasons we would do it the other way. Get in there. No, opponent had nothing to do for the first 2 turns. Okay. Some blue-red action. Seize the spoils. What did we discard? Oh, we're doing the draw deck thing? Or dice roll thing? Okay. Hell, I might just play Orca straight up as a 5/3 here. Not this turn, obviously. I was thinking about next turn. But kind of just put it on the opponent here and say, you're going to have to do something. All right. I feel like it's not bad enough to throw away, so we're going to keep it. However, if we run up against another counterspell deck or something, this hand's going to be pretty garbage. Unless maybe we draw like a Kalane here, possibly. Oh, you were definitely nothing like a Kalane, so that's bad. All right. So against goblins, I guess we're just hoping to hit a Orcus. I mean, like, I don't really know what else we want to do here. Good news is we'll get to block with this at some point and get treasures, so that's fine. That's just keeping the opponent at bay, which we love. Actually, I may not even do that now that we have this Hive of the Eye Tyrant. I'm thinking I might just kill off the Hobgoblin Captain now. Then if they attack with the 1/1s, or maybe they become 2/2s next turn. I say that. But are we just going to be better off blocking or killing whatever's... Because they might have like a Trash Master or something. I'm trying to think, if we do this turn, we really still aren't doing anything next turn either. So our best bet's just going to be block and kill like one thing? Nah, because this has to die for us to get treasure, for us to try to do stuff. So yeah, never mind. We're going to do this anyway. Like, though I don't hate the other plan, it really doesn't lead to anything for us. Though, Pest Summoning could be good here to buy time. I think I am going to take a Pest Summoning, actually. Okay, no attacks. I mean, we're still at 20 going into our 4th turn, so that's pretty nice here. Hey, they did have a Trash Master. We're going to block. We're going to take the treasure option, I believe. I think that's what we want to do. Okay, that's not bad. So, trying to think what the next turns look like. Okay, so if we play a Goldspan Dragon and attack, we could just play Shambler. That uses up all of our treasure, though. We'd have to attack again. Do we even do that? Or, the other option is just play Shambling Gas and Pest Summoning here. I think we do that, actually. It looks a little weaker, I'm not gonna lie. We needed 3 black anyway, so we're gonna have to use the treasure there. But we're gonna end up with 5 or 6 mana next turn anyway. And then Goldspan can generate 1 if need be. We can possibly kill off a token here if they don't have something to pump again. Though we could also just still kill 1 anyway. Yeah. Bloxy. Seems legit. End up at 20 life. I mean, actually, you know what? What if we just... Alright, I'm just going to kill the token. I mean, if the opponent's not doing anything else, I'm kind of like, you know, let's bring it here. I mean, we're still at 20 life. Opponent's down to 3 cards. Let's just give them a lot of stuff to deal with.
What happens when the spiders subservience will be rewarded.
All right, so they're going to make 2 goblins here. Yep, saw that coming. The interesting thing, I really have no plan on holding Lolth here, actually, which is amusing to me. Javelineer. Okay. Well, come on, mana. Like, need to get that 1 land. That's going at Lolth. That's going at us. Those are going at Lolth. All right, so let's just block here. All right, so even if we only get to Orcus for 1, this still isn't bad. Because Orcus for 1 kills off everything but the Cleric, the Relic Robber. So yeah, I'm still fine with that. All right. Still at 15 life against goblins on whatever this million turn is. Yeah, we're totally blocking that. If they have something to pump or kill our Orcus, whatever. Not even worried about it. That's perfect. We are going to be off to the races soon. Alright, just doing that because then next turn we could play 2 things and pretty much start locking it up. Yeah, not concerned about a Relic Robber. Especially since we have a Nighthawk in hand. Get in there with both of them. Why not? And then we're just going to play Nighthawk Scavenger. And we're just going to go big. Just say we're just going to try to end this thing. Yep, that 1 point ain't gonna get it. It's a 5/3 flyer for 4 if you do nothing else. And then every incremental mana just gets better. Yeah, that's true. Bane of the Living does have that problem. Let's see. Go first? Now we're going to mulligan this. All right. That's a little better. All right. But yeah, I don't know. Orcus is very, very good. Even late game, like, when you just have a ton of mana, you're like, great, I'll just get some stuff back, you know? All right, let's draw something small and useful we can play here. Dragon's Disciple. Enters the battlefield. All right. How do we feel about this? The only thing I don't like about Kalane is I have to manually tap or just be really careful because it'd be like, would you like to use treasure? And if you misclick, you're like, no! Like, so let's not do that. I think, though, we're just going to run out this Westgate Regent and see if we can get a good attack in with it. I think is going to be the game plan. Though it could still die to them having a... I'm pretty sure they have the Dragon's Fire, Dragon's Breath, whatever that thing is. Well, there's one right there. Yeah, no blocks. I mean, if they just have a fistful of them, they have a fistful of them. We'll just have to deal with it. Actually, how greedy do I want to be? Do I want Loth instead? Because Loth can still block infinitely if we need it. You know what? I'm going to do it. It's fine. If this is bad, it's bad. I know Loth is the correct and safe play. Especially since the opponent couldn't come at us with the dragon or anything. But, we'll see what happens. Hopefully they don't have it. They didn't. Alright. What's up with this Shambler? Nothing. Man, I have somebody trying to sell me some magic cards right now, too. They keep texting me. I told them I was going to be busy streaming, though. Alright. Oh, no. Okay, the lack of red land is starting to be a serious problem. And this Nighthawk, just for one, is not good here. Oh, okay. We get some possible free attacks? Because they can't kill the scavenger even with like a frostbite, so that's cool. Alright. Emerald's going to go to the graveyard, which helps us out. So that's awesome. This also helps us out. Great. Assuming it doesn't just die here, obviously. Hey! They did a thing for us. Look at that. And they pumped up our scavenger. That was the best possible thing that could happen. I actually goofed and should have played this post-combat, honestly. Well. I guess now I play a Kalane. Why not? I mean, I just replaced the treasure, but sure. Motley crew of folks trying to get some work done out here. Don't know if this is going to be enough. Another expressive iteration. Okay. Might be another snow-covered lands they can kill a scavenger, if I were guessing. Because that's probably what I'd try to do if I were in their shoes. Okay, so If I make a treasure, that gives us 5. Doesn't really do anything particularly. I could probably just play the Nighthawk Scavenger after this other one dies. Do I want to make a treasure this turn? Probably not. Okay, I think we're just going to attack. Scavenger's going to eat it as expected. Nothing I can do with it. Just going to attack. We're just going to get it in there. No, not with the treasure. All right. I thought about just playing Orcus and have Orcus be a big 4 toughness thing, but it's possible we could just play Orcus and have Orcus be a 5 or a 6 toughness, and that's better for us. I really don't know if that's a counter or if that's an epiphany or if they're looking to draw cards or what. So that's just kind of sitting there in wait at the moment. All right, Galazeth. Cool, cool. I see you out here. Well, do we attack with everything? All right, I guess we do. Sure. Activate this. Give that death touch. See if they want to kill it. All right. I guess we'll play another. Reject. Okay. That's a thing. Man, people are going deep. All right, if you play a dragon, yes, I will continue to attack with my Nighthawk Scavenger. Like, I have no reason to hold back here. Oh, they must have a kill card for our Scavenger. So sad. Poor, poor Scavenger. Oh, they don't. Who knew? Okay, then, yeah, we're gonna keep attacking. I mean, I don't know what they thought we were gonna do, but we are still attacking, for sure. Take your free turn. At least I assume there's a free turn coming. Because you didn't use it to counter anything. You haven't drawn any cards. Alright, goal span, sure. How now, brown cow? What are we doing here? Oh, this must be Dragon's Fire or whatever that thing is. I mean, I guess that's the only thing that makes sense it could be, right? I mean, I guess it could be something else, but I'm not sure what. I don't even know if I block here, truthfully. I'm at 30. I might just be like, F it. You got 2 cards. If there's something that good, then so be it. Okay, it was a Dragon's Fire. All right, you got to discard the other card, whatever it is. Oh, the opponent just realized that. You get to draw 2, so that's smart. I mean, you got something for it at least. All right, so they got one thing important, which I'm assuming is an Epiphany, but you know, that's an assumption on my part. Opponent's at 8. We can attack for 4. Put the opponent at 4. We could also 1, 2, 3 for 2. But that just gets a Kalane back. I don't know if that's really worthwhile. We could also play Orcus, make a treasure during the opponent's turn, and then attack with bonus, maybe? I don't know. Don't know. The opponent might also... Like, here's the other thing, too. If that's an Epiphany in hand, the opponent might actually attack with the dragon, then attack with the dragon, leave the tokens back. Then we could Orcus to kill the tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4. But that still wouldn't be enough, though. We'd have to pay 5 mana to do that. Gosh. I think I just attack and play Orcus for 2 and get Kalane back. Which feels pretty weak. But I think that's correct. Because that still gives me a treasure I can sacrifice, if need be. Huh. And they kept the other card. Well, crap. Now I don't know what to expect here. I was really thinking they were going to go for it there. All right. I guess we got to try. I mean, I don't know what else we're going to do. You're only at 7. Do we pay the price to sacrifice? Put the opponent down to 4. I think we do. Actually, no, that'd be 5. So that'd be at 2. Yeah, I think we're willing to pay. Actually, hold on. Pay with that. Tap. Tap. All right, let's do that. Oh, what? Would they just put a counter on top or something? I thought it might even have been like Prismari Command or something. Wow. What do you leave on top there? Because they like left on top, drew 2, like I don't... Yeah. Alright, so it was full of good cards, and all the good cards did good card things. Really nothing to be surprised by there. Not a lot of performance issues, really. I think we only got stuck on mana temporarily for like a turn or 2 somewhere in there. So overall, like the mana wasn't a problem, colors weren't a problem. You know, we had plenty of treasure. Everything kind of worked cohesively as we wanted. And we were able to withstand the attacks of the opponent's dragons, which is also really nice. And the benefit of having so many flyers, because there are a lot of dragons out there right now. Would we change anything? Maybe I could pull an Orcus. It's possible we could do without the Zerials. Maybe put in the 1/4s that generate treasure when they come into play. Yeah, there's really not much I would change, though. I think overall I kind of like the direction it's going. maybe a couple other creatures, maybe go up another Goldspan Dragon, something like that. But overall, I actually kind of like the way it played, and I may not touch it too much. There were some spots we had to make some tough decisions, but I don't think that makes the setup necessarily bad. Now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about an old one that the players from back in the day might recognize, but we're going to talk about Recurring Nightmare. And imagine this card in today's Magic, with so many token makers and whatever. Like, we have so many cards that loot where we're just putting stuff in the graveyard to draw stuff. Like, you'd be able to set up some crazy change if this card was playable. Like, these are the type of cards that, you know, when you look at how bad the creatures were way back when, you go like, man, the spells were absurd back in the day. So you can kind of see where things started shifting in the world of Magic. But this is a oldie but a goodie. I think it's always going to be valuable. It's not going to be reprinted. So yeah, if you want one, you know, go out and get one. They're not going to be any cheaper probably than they are today, that's for sure. But yeah, this is just a card that if you didn't know about it, like, you talking about just keep getting your big hosses out of the graveyard into play and just keep the thing going. Like, this was a card that was a real pain in people's rears. Now don't forget, if you want today's deck list, it will be down in the description below, along with links for so many other things. But mostly, if you want to come by and check out our streams on Facebook Gaming or Twitch, you can come be part of all the fun and maybe even get to pick what we're going to have here on the YouTube channel. And you can come by our Discord. Just had some more people come by today. But, you know, it's a fun group of folks in there, over 500 people. Everybody's there to have a good time. Also, don't forget that if you're shopping at TCGPlayer or Amazon, I've got links down in the description. And if you click on those before you do your shopping, I'll get a small kickback here on the channel and you'll be helping me out. And finally, if you haven't, please be so kind as to hit the like, subscribe, notify. That really goes a long way to helping me out and building things up around here. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.